Yes, thank you, Chair. It was high time that there should be finally a WTO fisheries agreement on subsidies, as 34% of the world marine fish stocks are being fished beyond their biologically sustainable limits. And this alarming trend continues, which is detrimental for us humans. If you want to put it into figures, in the report, the World Bank estimated economic losses from overfishing at over 80 billion US dollars. And as we just heard, this agreement would establish for the first time a binding set of global rules to prohibit some harmful subsidies. This is good, as the subsidies are a key factor in the widespread reduction of world fish stocks. But this agreement has also a lot of shortcomings. For example, it only addresses a small proportion of existing fisheries subsidies, and it does not prohibit nor reduce other harmful subsidies. Moreover, this agreement will not have the impact to reduce and remove subsidies from industrial and long-distance fleet segments. And it is extremely worrying that more than 80% of subsidies are provided to large-scale operators, with only minor amounts allocated to small-scale fishers. Like in Spain, they receive only 2% of fishery subsidies. This definitely needs to be tackled. And I agree here with you, Mrs. Ellert, that we rather need subsidies to restore fish stocks. The questions that I would like to ask you today are, in order to maintain fish stocks above biological sustainable levels, and in order to have scientific evidence that a fish stock is overfished, do you think that Article 3 and 4 of the agreement are best suited to do so? In order to have the necessary scientific evidence, shouldn't the WTO consider delegating this assessment duty completely to mechanisms foreseen in international instruments such as UN clause, the UN Fish Stocks Agreement, and relevant fishery management organizations, especially in cases of doubts or disputes? And I would like to hear from you, Mrs. Ellert, in the negotiations going forward, on the role the EU could play in the coming year to secure a future robust fisheries subsidy agreement, including additional disciplines on overfishing and overcapacity. Thank you very much.